Hey, what's happening? Tom Beal here on the morning walk, and I got some information to share with you. So yesterday was Father's Day, and it was funny. I had some friends post some pictures about, John Cornetta specifically. Look at that sunrise. I just came from the beach. Amazing sunrise. A great way to start the morning. Morning walk, hour of power. But I digress. So I saw my good friend John Cornetta post something with his two children. Filled out this little form of, my dad is, age, and all these different things where it's like sentence stems that they filled in stuff about John. And it brought a tear to my eye. It was like, oh, that's great. The kids, they just, think back when you were a kid and how your parents are God, right? Your parents know it all and all this. And obviously John knows it all and I know it all, but not everybody knows it all. Kidding. We're figuring it out just like everybody else. So I sent something to my kids, said, hey guys, this was cute. If you get a chance, send this over. So it was funny to see, from their perspective, right? And that's the part of this humanity. A situation happens and there's 7.5 billion different interpretations of that situation, right? So if we talk about what is truth, well, there's agreed upon truth, but it's an individual truth. There's 7.5 billion people who, when they see that situation, have a different interpretation and different perspective on it, and that's their truth. So truth is, it's a really wide spectrum. But once again, I digress. So they sent me back their answers, and it brought a smile to my face and my heart. And one of the things my daughter pointed out is, what your dad likes most is his morning power of hour walk. Hour of power. My hour of power in the morning. And guess what? They've gone on walks with me, and they too have seen the power in that, the benefit in that. So if you aren't just getting up and walking a half hour in one direction, turn around and walking a half hour back, I would highly suggest you consider doing that and see how amazing that is. And this is not, by the way, not on calls and not, doing things. It's literally just disconnecting, getting out in nature, walking. And then from that, I also add in listening to audios. And most of the time I'm listening to audibles or a special MP3 thing. I have some apps, one app called Speed Up. In my Dropbox, I have a whole bunch of audios and courses in there, and I can attach Speed Up to it and listen to those audios at 2x, 3x speed. And Audible, same thing, can listen to them at 2x, 3x speed. So in 1 hour of my morning walk, I'm listening to 2 to 3 hours of great information going into my mind. Already, I've listened to 2 hours on my morning walk, which is less than an hour. So it's a time hack for you to put more good information in, which allows you to, good information in, good information out. So it allows me to continually upgrade and program my mind instead of programming it with music and memorizing tunes. Music, think about it. I can sing along to 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010, 2000, I don't know much modern music, like current music right now, so I don't listen to the radio. But I can sing along to thousands of songs that I never once sat down and tried to memorize. How did I be able to sing along to them? Repetition. So when you put good information in, you're going to be able to repeat that. Once you repeat it and you put those audiobooks in there and you put these bits of wisdom into your mind, it's going to be something that sits in and settles in within you. That's a great investment. So anyhow, add a sense of urgency to this week. So when I sent that over to my kids, this funny part is like, are you 47 or 48? Because, I'm born in 72, but later in the year. So I will be 48 later this year, but I'm only 47 right now. And I clarified that for him and all this. I said, I forget how old I am too. I have to do the math a lot. But I'm saying that for a couple reasons. One, holy crap, do the years go by fast. If you're in your 20s watching this, trust me, I was in my 20s like, oh man, 47 is old, over the hill. What an old fart, right? It goes fast. I was in the Marine Corps in my 20s, and 20 through 24. And holy crap, I can remember that just like it was yesterday, 25, 27 years ago. And it goes in a snap. Now, while you're in it, it seems like a longer journey, but when you look back over a decade or 2 decades, it goes by super fast. So that's part one. Part two is I was there to witness both my parents have their last breaths. My mother had her last breath in 2007 at 52 years old, diagnosed and gone of cancer in weeks. My father, a couple years later, 2009, at 56 years old, diagnosed and gone of cancer. So both of them passed at 52 and 56 years of age. I have no intentions of going at that age. However, I am not in control of that. So what I am in control of is this present moment. And what I am in control of is what I'm going to choose to think, speak, and act upon right here, right now. And in doing so, I recognize this journey here is not an eternal journey on this planet, in the greatest amusement park in the universe. This journey here is just like you and I going to an amusement park. We don't live there forever. We go there for that day, the couple days, a week, and that journey ends. Well, this journey now is the time to add some urgency. Just like if we were at an amusement park, and my children and I talk about this all the time. When we're at an amusement park, we make the most of it. We get there early, we decide which rides we want to get on first, and then at the end of every ride, okay, what are we doing next? And similarly, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? What are we doing next? A continual what's next with urgency, because we know the journey is quick. Before you know it, we're going to be heading home. Why? Because that's how it always is. Like, man, I can't believe how quickly that day went. I can't believe how quickly that week went. Well, that's the same thing with life. Not just decades, but life. When I get back to my neighborhood, there's a gentleman there named Charlie, 95 years old. And he's going to be going to the pool, because he goes to the pool and does his workouts. And I talk to him all the time. Joyous, happy, present moment, grateful to be alive. But he tells me all the time, it goes fast, Tom. Like, I remember when I was your age, and literally it goes like that. So make the most of it. And so make the most of it, just like this is a trip to the amusement park with you, some great friends and family. And like, look, guys, we're going to rock it. We're going to have a blast. We're going to go here first, and then, okay, then we're going here and here and here. And guess what? Change of plans happen. When I was at the amusement park with my kids, actually my son and I went a little over a week ago, and it was awesome because there were no lines. We rode all the rides before noon because of the current situation. Like, no one was really there. Universal had just reopened. But we knew exactly, okay, when we're done, okay, here's where we're going next. Here's where we're going next. And we hit it hard. And one time we were on the one side of the park. We're like, all right, we're going back over here. We went back over there, and the ride was shut down. And we didn't pout and cry and boo-hoo and sit there and, oh my goodness, the day's over. No, we're like, okay, where now? This is down for now. Where else can we go? And similarly, pick up and go where you want to go. That's what's going to happen in life too. Not all the rides are going to be open and available for you. Don't sit there and pout too long. Get up, dust yourself off, and say, okay, what next? Where am I going now? So add some urgency to this week. None of us are in this greatest amusement park in the universe for eternity. We're here for a brief journey. Now, we are eternal souls in this journey, but we're here for a brief amount of time. So I encourage you to add some urgency and make the most of it. And, I know there's several people here who've had some wake-up calls. Craig, good to see you here, brother. Long time. I'm actually just getting back from the morning walk. Some of our friends and family, as I mentioned, my parents were both diagnosed and gone within weeks of cancer at 52 and 56 years old. Some of my friends here have had those type of wake-up calls. Like, I have some bad news for you. You got the C word, cancer. Well, if you haven't had that, here's the wake-up call. You too have a terminal illness. It's called being human. You and I are humans, and we have a terminal illness, which is being human. And our time is not predicted as to when it's time for us to leave this greatest amusement park in the world, or in the universe, this world that we're in. So I encourage you to make the most of it today. Make the most of it this week. Stop procrastinating. Stop putting off what you know is yours to do. Drop the excuses. Drop the reasons. And just do it, as Nike says, right? So get off your duff. Get clear on what is yours to finally take action on, whether that's to turn yourself into a better fit version of yourself, starting to eat healthy, move more, take care of yourself better, or improve some of your key relationships, or improve some of your financial situations. Gain clarity and take action today. Take action this week as if your life depended on it. Because guess what? What you choose to think about, speak about, and act upon today determines the life that you're going to be living today, this week, and the upcoming weeks, before it's time for us to get out of this greatest amusement park in the world, in the universe. This world is the greatest amusement park in the universe. We have tickets to be here, but we don't know when we're going to be escorted out of here. So make the most of it while you can. I know I am, and I know you are, because y'all rock. All right, Craig, great to see you. Steve to Joe, good to see you. Tony Blake, what's up, man? Tony had a wake-up call a couple years ago. Good to see you still around as well. Joe Casper, what's up, brother? Joe had his mother pass just recently. Thinking about him and his family still. Joy, good to see you. Joe Casper, old fart. Me too. Yeah, it's true, Joe. The years go by quickly. Sabrina, Keith, John, good to see you all here. Hope you have an amazing day. I look forward to chatting with y'all again soon. Until that time occurs, make today great. Bye for now.